Hello everyone, welcome to HSA English Intensive Coaching at Paper Chats. Today's poem is On His Blindness by John Milton. John Milton was born on 9th December 1608 at Broad Street in London. He was a well-known poet, polemicist, pamphleteer, scholar, historian, religious thinker, and devout Puritan. He was a civil servant under Oliver Cromwell. He is regarded as the most significant writer after William Shakespeare. Milton's literary career can be divided into three parts as the Stuart England, the Civil War, and the Indiana period. His important works are Il Allegro, Il Penseroso, Of the Tenure of Kings and Magistrates, Commerce, Areopagitica, Paradise Lost, Paradise Regained, Of Education, Samson Agonistus, Lycidas, Ode on the Morning of Christ's Nativity. On His Blindness is a sonnet which centers on Milton's faith in God as he is losing his sight. The poem uses figurative language to express Milton's anxiety, frustration, and finally acceptance. Let's have a short summary of the poem. In this poem, Milton expresses his extreme faith in God, his fears and frustrations as he became blind. The poem is an exploration of his moral dilemma. The years of light have gone as he is in darkness now. Milton wants to serve God but feels sad that he became blind and affirms his faith in the Supreme King. Though his talent has gone, he has faith and love in God. The poem ends with his acceptance of the reality and he reassures his religious belief. On His Blindness is otherwise called When I Consider How My Light is Spent. The poem is a sonnet and the rhyme scheme is ABBA, ABBA. It's an octave and CDE, CDE, sestet. So the poem is a Petrarchan sonnet and it is also called Sonnet 19. It was written in mid-1650s, almost about in 1655. The poem expresses Milton's extreme faith in the supreme power, the God. The poem also expresses his fears and frustration as he is losing his eyesight and the physical and the spiritual challenges he was facing then. And there is a reference to the parable of talents in the Bible, Matthew 25, lines 14 to 30. Milton became blind at the age of 44. Points to remember. Milton wrote only 24 sonnets. This particular sonnet on his blindness, or sonnet 19, was included in 1673 in an autograph book called Trinity Manuscript. The poem is in Petrarchan sonnet model and written in iambic pentameter. The reference of light in the poem is a reference to the parable of the foolish virgins. Talent in the poem means his ability to write poetry. Let's see some important facts. Paradise Lost was published in 1667 and consisted 10 books. The second version of Paradise Lost was published in 1674 with 12 books. The main theme of the poem is the fall of man. The poem was written in an epic tradition that follows in medias res. The epic is written in blank verse. Comus by John Milton is an example of masque. Areopagitica is advocating the freedom of press. Let's see some of the literary devices used in the sonnet. The lines, I fondly ask, they serve him best, is an example of enjambment. Impatience soon replies. Here patience is personified, so it's an example of personification. And another, there is an imagery of yoke. My true account lest he returning chide is an example of metaphor. Thank you for watching, and for more classes, please do subscribe my channel.